Elon Musk versus Jeff Bezos. It is getting ugly. Two of the world's biggest business tycoons and multi-billionaires are involved in a feud which is getting uglier by the day. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and Tesla founder Elon Musk have been involved in a war of words dating back to several years now. Both the entrepreneurs started around the same time and initially utilized the wave of the dot-com bubble. While Bezos went on to establish the e-commerce giant, Musk, on the other hand, has gone on to be the founder of a host of companies since then. One of his earliest products was X.com, which he merged with Confinity, giving birth to PayPal. Today he is known as one of the PayPal mafia and has since tried his hands at rather futuristic ventures such as the electric car maker Tesla and the rocket maker SpaceX. Both Musk and Bezos are multi-billionaires today and are often in competition between themselves for the #1 spot on the Forbes annual rich list. However, in the recent times, the competition has not only been limited to acquiring the top spot on the rich list, but has become far more than that. Over the last 15 years, two of the world's most high-profile CEOs, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, have been engaged in a simmering rivalry. The main cause of this spat between the two executives can be traced to their respective space business and ambitions. Musk runs SpaceX, while Bezos owns Blue Origin. But it hasn't stopped there, with Musk calling Bezos a copycat over Amazon's satellite plans and criticizing the company's business practices. In return, both Amazon and Blue Origin have filed formal protests and lawsuits about issues that concern SpaceX. Musk and Bezos are undoubtedly two of the most powerful executives in the world. Bezos is currently the wealthiest living person and has just stepped down from running Amazon's sprawling empire, and at the same time, he is becoming more involved than ever in Blue Origin, even recently seen to take a ride on one of his own rockets. Musk, on the other hand, is a pretty busy man himself, as he is a dual CEOs, manning the ship at both Tesla and SpaceX. Over the years, the not-so-subtle rivalry between the billionaires has even given way to Twitter spats, and name-calling, and things only seem to be escalating. It all started from the early 2000s, when both the entrepreneurs were relatively new to the industry and not much known. Back in the early 2000s, Jeff Bezos wasn't the titan that he is today. Bezos had launched Amazon 5 years prior, with the company going public in 1997. But Amazon still was not yet the powerhouse it would later go on to become. This was years before the company would launch Prime, start its own streaming service, and even create its cloud infrastructure service, Amazon Web Services. But fundamentally, Bezos had always been interested in space. In one of his oldest interviews, he told the Miami Herald in 1982, after he graduated high school, that he wanted to create outer space colonies for millions of people. When he became a millionaire, it was time to finally achieve his childhood dream. As a result of that long-held interest in leaving Earth, Bezos launched Blue Origin in 2000, a new startup which focused on human spaceflight. When all of this was happening, Elon Musk was already a millionaire several times over, but he hadn't become CEO of Tesla yet. Around the time Bezos was launching Blue Origin, Musk had already sold Zip2, a startup he launched with his brother, Kimball, to Compaq for roughly $300 million. He also merged his own startup X.com with Confinity, and Musk was in the process of building PayPal, which would later be sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Musk made a cool $160 million off the PayPal sale and invested that money to launch SpaceX in 2002. Musk once said, "In the beginning, I actually wouldn't even let my friends invest because everyone would lose their money. I'd rather lose my own money." The real Musk-Bezos rivalry appears to date back to 2004, when the two CEOs met for a casual dinner. By 2004, both Blue Origin and SpaceX were still in their respective infancy, with neither company actually completing any launches. However, that didn't stop a budding rivalry from heating up. When the two men met to discuss their respective reusable rocket ambitions, apparently, it did not go well. Musk said he genuinely gave good advice to Bezos, but he chose to ignore it completely. It was after this incident in 2004 onwards which Musk and Bezos appeared to keep to themselves. However, their rivalry resurfaced once again in 2013, and things were once again heating up over leasing a NASA launch pad. In 2013, SpaceX attempted to get exclusive use of a NASA launch pad. Seeing this, Blue Origin, along with SpaceX's rival United Launch Alliance, filed a formal protest with the U.S. government to prevent SpaceX from using the pad with Bezos, proposing to convert it into a commercial spaceport available to all launch companies. Musk took to Twitter and called the move a phony blocking tactic by taking another swipe at Blue Origin. Blue Origin has not yet succeeded in creating a reliable suborbital spacecraft, despite spending over 10 years in development. Musk also told Space News at the time. If they do somehow show up in the next 5 years with a vehicle qualified to NASA's human rating standards that can dock with the space station, which is what Pad 39A is meant to do, we will gladly accommodate their needs. SpaceX eventually won the right to take over the pad. Bezos companies have recently filed protests and lawsuits over SpaceX's business practices. In return, Elon Musk said Jeff Bezos retired from the helm of Amazon to pursue a full-time job filing lawsuits against SpaceX. In 2014, the two companies were again at loggerheads when they got embroiled into a patent battle. Blue Origin was granted a patent for drone ships, which are used for landing rocket boosters. SpaceX petitioned to invalidate the patent. Blue Origin's ownership of the patent would mean SpaceX would need to pay to use the technology. SpaceX argued that the science in the patent was an old practice, given that the concept of drone ships has been around for decades. Lucky for Musk, a judge sided with SpaceX, leading to Blue Origin withdrawing most of the claims in the patent. In most recent years, Musk and Bezos have been more public about their feud, taking their rivalry to Twitter. Musk is anyways known for being outspoken on Twitter, and that has included jabs at Bezos. Both execs have nearly pounced on opportunities to take shots at the other, most often sniping at each other over reusable rockets. After Blue Origin successfully landed its new Shepard rocket in 2015, Bezos tweeted a video calling it the rarest of beasts, a used rocket. Musk responded, saying SpaceX had performed the feat 3 years prior. When SpaceX landed its Falcon 9 spacecraft, Bezos took the opportunity to needle Musk on Twitter. The feud isn't just about space ambitions, however. Musk has taken issue with Blue Origin's hiring practices and has taunted Bezos in interviews. Musk told his biographer, Ashley Vance, that Blue Origin has repeatedly tried to snag talent away from SpaceX. Blue Origin does these surgical strikes on specialized talent, offering like double their salaries, Musk said in Vance's 2015 biography. I think it's unnecessary and a bit rude. Musk also revealed that SpaceX set up an email filter for the words Blue and Origin, according to Space News. When the BBC asked Musk about Bezos in 2016, he responded, "Jeff who?" Musk has repeatedly and publicly called Bezos a copycat, once after Amazon announced its plan to launch internet beaming satellites, and again when Amazon acquired self-driving taxi company Zoox. Musk poked at Bezos in 2019 after the unveiling of Blue Origin's concept for a lunar landing vehicle called Blue Moon. Putting the word blue on a ball is questionable branding, he tweeted. Musk later mocked up a screenshot of a New York Times article that changed the name from Blue Moon to Blue Balls. For his part, Bezos has been less overt about his distaste for Musk and SpaceX, but he's made veiled comments about his thoughts on the company's plans. It seems that the war of words between the two rich men is not going to subside anytime soon, as both SpaceX and Blue Origin have a number of projects lined up in their kitty, and this means that there definitely would be more and more interesting clashes and showdowns not only between the two companies but also between the two leading men. However, it remains to be seen as to what steps do these giants take with the entry of other players like Richard Branson-owned Virgin Galactic, who recently completed its first manned spaceflight. With the arrival of a stiff competition, maybe these men would stop fighting among themselves and start building awesome products, maybe even in collaboration. For now, only God knows that that day would come. That is all for today. For more such interesting videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also do like and share this video with your friends if you liked it. We will soon be back with yet another interesting video.